It is easier than ever before for your teenager to see R-rated movies, not only by sneaking into theaters, at home too. So how can you make sure they aren't watching when you're not looking? Claire Shipman is here with more on the new challenge for parents. Claire?
Good morning, George. Let me tell you, this piece was, for me, enlightening and frightening as the mother of an 8-year-old son who sometimes already wants to watch R-rated movies. What I've discovered is that if you think you're keeping your kids from R-rated content by keeping them out of theaters, not renting videos, you are in for a rude awakening.
3 teens on a mission. Meet Kathleen, 14, Erna, 14, and Tyler, 13. What are these New Jersey high school students up to?
Hi, we have 3 tickets to Hot Tub Time Machine.
What kids have been doing for decades, trying to sneak into an R-rated movie.
Off the top of your head, how many R-rated movies you've already seen? What would you say?
A lot. Just off the top of my head.
But in fact, there's a new twist to this familiar gambit. Why go to the movie theater? Too old-fashioned.
It's a lot more to deal with. People still check IDs and stuff like that. Like I could just go right to free movies.
This just makes much more sense. They get what they want on demand or through their Wii system. And there are about a zillion other high-tech and simple ways for teens to watch whatever they want. YouTube, Hulu, Netflix.
Today, you can sit in the privacy of your own room or in the family room and download something on your cell phone or over the internet, and you can be exposed to inappropriate content without ever having to come near a movie theater.
We've all read the stories about adult content increasing violent behavior, but recent studies show R-rated movies may encourage kids to experiment with drinking and smoking.
And now with movie vending machines like Redbox, renting an R-rated movie is literally as easy as getting a candy bar. Nobody's asking for ID. All you need is your credit card or your parents' credit card. And here there are literally 19 R-rated movies to choose from.
It really doesn't matter what your age range is, it just matters that you have the money.
Now, we should tell you that Tyler, Erna, and Kathleen are savvy and responsible kids.
I only watch rated R movies with my parents' permission, so I ask them first, and then it's most likely yes.
My parents are pretty lenient. Like, usually they'll check it out before me if it's...
Still, is there ever any sneaking?
All right, I see a smile.
Maybe once or twice, just so, you know, sometimes when my parents aren't out, I'll order a movie that's rated R, and I won't really tell them about it. I don't think they've caught me.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Until now.
It's over now.
Oh, well.
Game over.
Kids are inevitably exposed to adult content at an earlier age, and worried parents vent on the message boards at commonsensemedia.com.
It just adds a new layer of parenting responsibility, but the silver lining is it also adds a new layer of open dialogue and helping your kids process the kind of important lessons that they're going to need to grow up and be healthy adults.
What is it about? What's it rated? All that jazz?
It's rated R, but I mean,
What I sort of see as my job as a parent is to relinquish control at the right time in the right amounts. So you have to know your kid enough to know that, okay, can she handle this? Emotionally, can she handle it? Not all R-rated movies are created equal.
Because the fact is, at a certain point, kids will watch what they want to watch. Back at the movie theater, our trio was turned down for an outright purchase of R-rated tickets, so they pulled a very old-school trick.
Hot Tub Time Machine right there, and we're literally just gonna walk in.
They bought PG tickets and then slipped right into Hot Tub Time Machine. Mission accomplished.
And there are just so many ways. As you can tell, kids have access to R-rated content these days. One thing that's particularly worrying parents on the internet is that R-rated trailers, which you usually can't watch, for example, in a PG movie, are available freely online or on a lot of the on-demand sites, and has a lot of parents just feeling sometimes they want to throw up their hands and say there's nothing we can do.
Well, Claire, you grabbed all of our attention. Juju, Elizabeth, and I are sitting here talking about it through the piece because there is so much information there. But you say that parents feel helpless, but there are tools out there.
There are tools, and the fact is, it's a lot of work, so you got to dive in. The first tool is really a physical block. I mean, we've all read about this. We like to call it block and lock. As you know, there are many blocks for internet channels that you find inappropriate. You can take advantage of that. And there are locks for the on-demand movie channels that many of us pay for. You just have to make sure you're not giving your kids the password. The second thing that we think that is so critical from all the research we've done is you have to do your homework as parents. This is probably the hardest one because we're all pressed for time. We think, how can we keep track of all this stuff? You have to know what devices your kids are using and what's accessible on them. And then you have to make a real effort to search out the content, see what it's like. Sites like Common Sense Media can really help you with that because they rate almost everything now, including video games.
And Claire, the kids have so much peer pressure to see these movies. It's important, obviously, the age-old advice, talk to your kids.
Absolutely. You got to stay connected. You got to talk. You want to have a good relationship with your kids.
Okay, great information, Claire. Thanks very much.